Okay, so today we're making gongbao jiding, kung pao chicken. It's a foreigner favorite. It's delicious. And so I'll show you how you can make it at home, whether you're in China or in the US or somewhere else. So you're going to want to peel your peanuts. An easy way to do this is just soak it in like hot water, warm water for about 10 minutes. And then the peanuts are going to be pretty easy to peel just by rubbing them together, kind of like this. Now, in this dish, we're also going to be using chicken thighs. Chicken thighs, I think, are a lot easier to cook and a lot tastier than chicken breast, which is used in a lot of things. So we're going to be marinating this. This marinade is egg whites, some cooking wine, so the liaozhou, sugar, and some sesame oil. And that's about it. You're going to want to really kind of massage that really into the chicken thighs, and that's going to marinate for about 20 or 30 minutes. While that's marinating, we can prep everything else. So the peanuts that we were working with, we can start to deep fry them. You're going to be adding a hefty amount of oil, but this isn't like a really like deep frying. You're going to be putting the peanuts in with some cool oil. It's important that it's cool, like room temperature, as soon as you start it, because otherwise it can really kind of burn really fast. And once it kind of gets to this point, you're really going to want to try to keep an eye on this. They can really turn from nice and golden brown to burnt in an instant. So make sure you're hovering over your peanuts and that none of these are going to be turning black or burnt. And honestly, they're about done at this point. I kept this going for another 20 seconds, and a couple of them ended up being a little bit on the burnt side, so we just kind of took those out. So now that those are done, you can just set them aside and reserve. Same pan, same oil. We're going to be getting the oil hot first this time, and we're on like full blast heat right now. And then the chicken we just put in with the whole marinade and everything straight into it. This is including the egg whites, which are going to kind of stick to the pan a little bit, and that's fine. We don't really want them in anyway. So this is really going to be a high heat that you're going to be frying this at. If you're in the West and you don't have like a jet engine stove, that's fine, right? I'm not really having a really fancy stove here either. You just want to make sure that you're heating it up beforehand. If you have any issues, you can always do smaller portions. Now, this is going to basically be done as soon as it more or less looks finished. This isn't something where it's like a huge cut of meat at the barbecue where maybe the outside's done, the inside's not. When it looks kind of firm and white, basically when it looks like cooked chicken, it's going to be more or less finished. So as you can see here, it's basically done at this point. And we're going to be taking that and we'll be reserving it and putting it back into the dish later. So once you're done here, you're going to want to take your pan and you're going to want to give it a quick rinse real quick before the next step because we don't want all those egg whites and that gunk later. We're going to be frying the other ingredients now. So we're going to be using less oil than before. And this is going to be the room temperature oil into the hot pan and then immediately with the other ingredients. So put in some dried chilies, de-seeded. These are Sichuan chilies. They're going to end up cooking really fast. So just once they're almost turning black, you can take them aside. The oil is already infused with the chili flavor. Then you're going to add your garlic. I like using whole kind of crushed cloves. We're going to be adding some Argentine chilies. These chilies are not very spicy ones, so you can sub it with anything that's low on the Scoville scale. Add your green onions, and you're just going to be frying those together. I took this off the heat because it was getting a little bit too hot, and again, I don't want to burn the garlic cloves. So we're going to be adding some doubanjiang, some chili bean paste to this. This is going to really be what gives it that beautiful, like red color that you see in a lot of gongbao jidings. So you're going to be breaking that up and frying it a little bit, and then you'll be adding your sauce. So the sauce you're going to be prepping beforehand. You can see it on the left there. This sauce is a combination of stock, light and dark soy sauce, a little bit of Shaoxing cooking wine, liaozhou, and a bunch of sugar. In this video, I forgot to whisk it before putting it in, so yeah, this is me going back in and getting all of the sugar at the bottom that ended up not dissolving into it. The sugar is going to be really important here. It's one of the major flavorings of the dish. Once the sauce is reduced down a little bit, you can taste it. What you're looking for is a little bit spicy, a little bit sour, and a little bit sweet. That's kind of the flavor profile of this dish. Now, once it's basically to your liking, you're going to thicken that up with just a cornstarch slurry, right? So this is just like a teaspoon of cornstarch mixed with a tiny little bit of water in order to thicken that up. Once it's thick like this, add back your chicken. You're going to probably not put your fingers in hot oil like this. But what you're going to do is you're going to fry that chicken one final last time with all the ingredients just to kind of pull it all together. Once it kind of looks like this, we are basically ready to add the rest of the ingredients that we fried up before. So put the chilies in, and this is basically ready for us to put our peanuts back in. Now, I should say one thing about the doubanjiang that we put in earlier. See this beautiful red color? Some people that are from Sichuan will insist that doubanjiang doesn't belong in a gongbao jiding. But honestly, a lot of restaurants throughout China used a little bit of doubanjiang, and I really like the flavor and the color that it adds to the dish. And we're just going to fry this up one last time, turn off the heat, and we are basically ready to go. Heat off. Final seasoning, a little bit of sesame oil and a little bit of dark vinegar just to finish this off and get ready to plate. This is just, it's a simple dish. If you went to China before and you're aching for some gongbao jiding, I hope you give this a try. I think it'll really hit that spot.